Seafoam motor treatment. Imagine a single can that cleans your fuel, your oil, and even your intake. No gimmicks, no harsh chemicals, just steady, reliable results. That's Seafoam motor treatment, the Swiss Army knife mechanics swear by. Since 1942, this unassuming white can has quietly rescued engines from flooded cranks, clogged injectors, and carbon-packed pistons. Toss a capful into your gas tank and watch as it loosens varnish and deposits, smoothing idle and sharpening throttle response. Add it to your crankcase, and it dissolves sludge, quieting lifters and restoring oil pressure. Pull it through a vacuum line and it blasts carbon from intake valves, bringing grimy direct injection engines back to life. Safe on sensors and seals, Seafoam works slowly but surely. No sudden chemistry shocks, just gradual cleaning that your ride feels from day one. And when other bottles promise the world but deliver nothing, this one lives up to its hype every time. But don't ditch the rest of your arsenal just yet. Next up is the powerhouse PE cleaner that deals a full system carbon knockout. K and N Performance Plus Fuel System Cleaner. Think your fuel system's beyond help? Think again. K and N Performance Plus isn't just the air filter guru's side hustle. It's a no-holds-barred rescue mission for clogged injectors and carbon-caked intake ports. Packed with high-dose polyethylamine and friction modifiers, this formula doesn't just scrape gunk off your parts, it shields them as it cleans, guarding against corrosion and wear. Pour one bottle into a tank of gas, fire up the engine, and feel hesitation vanish. Quicker starts, smoother idles, and throttle response so crisp you'll swear your car's brand new. Whether you've got a direct injection beast with 100k miles or an old ride that's been sitting too long, K&N digs deep where cheap cleaners fizzle out. It tackles the toughest carbon deposits without harming sensors or seals, bringing back lost power and MPG in one easy step. But don't rest on this victory. Coming up is the stealth champion that dealerships pay triple for, but you can snag off the shelf at a fraction of the cost. Lubeguard Fuel System Booster. You've seen engines wear down even on clean fuel. That's modern ethanol blends stripping lubrication right out of the mix. Lubeguard Fuel System Booster steps in where cleaners stop, restoring the slick your injectors and fuel pump crave. This EPA-registered formula slips deep into your fuel, coating upper cylinder walls, injectors, and pumps with a protective film that fights wear and pinging. Just one bottle per tank brings quieter combustion, smoother cruising, and longer engine life. No wrenching required. It tackles dry fuel friction head-on, cutting down on carbon buildup before it starts, and keeping knock at bay in older engines. Best of all, it's approved for gas and ethanol blends alike, making it the go-to additive for riders who demand reliability from both daily drivers and weekend classics. Next, we're shifting gears to the dealer's secret weapon for full system carbon assault, BG44K. BG44K Fuel System Cleaner. When a dealership charges you triple for a fuel system service, it's usually this can they're pouring into your tank. BG44K, the carbon assault specialist they don't advertise. This aggressive PA-powered formula slices through intake valve varnish, piston crown gunk, and stuck injectors like a hot knife through butter. One bottle in your tank and suddenly rough idles smooth out, hesitation under load vanishes, and throttle response snaps back to life. It's trusted by pros for direct injection engines, where carbon buildup is the silent killer, and it's safe on sensors and seals. No costly replacements needed. Use it every 10,000 miles for peak performance or whenever your ride starts to feel sluggish. But if you think that's powerful, wait until you hear about the 3-in-1 dynamo that cleans, restores, and protects in one shot. STP Water Remover and Fuel Line Antifreeze. Ever pulled out to start your car only to find it dead silent because water froze in the fuel lines? STP Water Remover and Fuel Line Antifreeze is the cheapest lifesaver you'll ever buy. For under $5, you dump it in before a cold snap and watch it pull moisture out of your tank and fuel lines so ice never forms. No more chattering starters. No more iced-over filters. It even helps prevent rust in steel tanks and stops injectors from pitting when water sneaks past your filters. Old cars, carbureted engines, lawnmowers, anything with a fuel line loves this trick. Next up, the enzymatic powerhouse that not only battles water, but revives stale, phase-separated gas. Tron enzyme fuel treatment. Picture your tank splitting into sludge and gas every time moisture builds up. That's ethanol's ugly secret. Tron uses real enzymes to break water molecules apart and reintegrate them safely, reversing phase separation so your engine never chokes on sludge. One capful per tank not only banishes water, but cleans injectors and stabilizes fuel for up to 2 years, making it the go-to for marine engines, seasonal toys, and any ride that sits idle for months. No alcohol gimmicks here, just biology doing the heavy lifting, keeping your fuel fresh and your starts reliable. Give it time, and you'll notice smoother idle, crisper throttle, and zero stale gas smell. But that's only half the battle. Coming next is the Diesel King additive that fleets and pros have relied on for decades. Power Service Diesel Clean Plus Cetane Boost. Cold mornings and heavy loads used to mean hesitant starts and smoky takeoffs, until Power Service Diesel Clean Plus Cetane Boost enters the picture. This workhorse formula delivers a full 6-point cetane lift, so your diesel fires faster, idles smoother, and pulls harder right from the get-go. It doesn't stop there. A precise dose of lubricity agents counteracts the drying effects of ultra-low sulfur diesel, protecting your pump and injectors from premature wear. Toss a bottle into your tank before a long haul or bitter winter night, and you'll beat gelling, cut white smoke, and save on costly repairs. Fleet mechanics and truckers have been stashing this in their glove boxes since the early 2000s, and once you try it, you'll see why. Stay tuned, because next we're diving into the elite diesel treatment that combines cleaning, stabilization, and moisture control in one lethal package. Hot Shot's secret everyday diesel treatment. Imagine your diesel engine thanking you with every turn of the key. Hot Shot's secret everyday diesel treatment isn't just another bottle on the shelf. It's a 5-in-1 lifesaver for modern diesels. It boosts cetane for quicker starts, adds critical lubricity to protect high-pressure pumps, cleans injectors of varnish and soot, stabilizes fuel for storage, and even fights moisture before it corrodes your system. Just 1 dose per tank gives you smoother idle, stronger throttle response, and fewer smoky clouds under load. Fleets and owner-operators trust it to keep CP4 pumps alive and dollars in their pockets. Add it before a long haul or a cold snap, and you'll dodge gelling, avoid worn-out injectors, and skip the expensive tow truck. It works so reliably that once you try it, your glove box will never go without a bottle. But if you think that's powerful, get ready for the octane booster that turns your pump gas into race fuel magic. Torco Unleaded Fuel Accelerator. Looking for race fuel performance without the pit lane price? Torco Unleaded Fuel Accelerator is your secret weapon. This potent booster packs methyl cyclopentadienyl manganese tricarbonyl, yes, actual manganese chemistry, into every drop, letting you dial your pump gas from 91 up past 102 octane. Dump in a bottle, fire up the engine, and feel knock vanish as throttle response sharpens. Use it right, and you'll shave hesitation off your turbo or high compression build. Use it wrong and you risk fouled plugs or clogged cats, so follow the mix chart to the letter. Track rats swear by it for last-minute octane gains when VP or Sunoco aren't an option. But if you thought that was pure power, stick around for the octane booster that takes precision to a whole new level. Boostane Professional Octane Booster. If you're still dumping 5 octane boosters into your tank and wondering why nothing changes, meet Boostane Professional Octane Booster, the race fuel magic you can use anywhere. This isn't just alcohol or mystery solvents. It's a precision blend of real octane-enhancing compounds and anti-knock agents that can push pump gas up to 116 octane when mixed correctly. Pour the calibrated dose, fire up the engine, and listen as detonation disappears and throttle response snaps back under load. Tuned turbos, high-compression street builds, and weekend warriors all gain extra protection without gunking sensors or cats. The included app even helps you dial in your exact mix for the octane level you need. But if you thought that was next level, stick around for the 3-in-1 dynamo that not only cleans but also restores and protects your entire fuel system. Royal Purple Max Clean. When you need more than just a quick injector flush, Royal Purple Max Clean steps up with a 3-in-1 formula that cleans, restores, and protects in one shot. Straight out of third-party dyno tests, this powerhouse delivers up to 3.2% better fuel economy, 2.6% more horsepower, and slashes emissions by as much as 18%. It tackles deposit buildup on injectors, intake valves, and combustion chambers, then leaves behind a corrosion-inhibiting film that keeps parts sliding smoothly, even in gas or diesel applications. Pour in a bottle, run a tank, and feel your daily driver spring back to life with sharper throttle response and a cleaner tailpipe. Weekend warriors and storage-prone rides benefit too. Max Clean stabilizers lock in performance when you're off the road. Ready for the diesel duel you didn't know you needed? Next up is the German engine secret that laser targets carbon where it hurts. Liqui Moly Jectron Fuel Injection Cleaner. Think of this as espresso for your injectors, especially if you're running a European engine. Liqui Moly Jectron is TÜV approved in Germany and built to OEM standards for Audi, BMW, and Mercedes, so it tackles carbon buildup with laser precision without harming seals or sensors. 1 bottle per tank dissolves varnish in injectors and intake runners, smoothing high idle stutters and cold start coughs in engines that feel like they've been hit by sludge. You'll notice throttle response snap back, and detonation fears fade as fuel atomizes cleanly under higher pressures. It's the quiet assassin of carbon, no flashy marketing, just German-engineered results that revive performance on high-mileage Euro builds. But that's only half the story. Next up is the gold standard PEA powerhouse that dealerships pay top dollar for. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. They call it the dealership's secret for a reason. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus has been trucking along since before most modern fuel systems existed, and it still outperforms the competition. Packed with high-strength polyethylamine, this isn't a surface-level cleaner. It penetrates injectors, valves, and combustion chambers to dissolve carbon and varnish at the molecular level. Pour 1 bottle into a full tank, drive normally, and you'll notice misfires disappear, idle smooth out, and throttle response snap back. No part swap required. It's the gold standard backed by GM and endorsed by top-tier gasoline, so you know it's factory grade. Whether you're battling hesitation on acceleration or clearing check engine codes tied to dirty injectors, Techron delivers consistent, measurable results. And best of all, it plays nice with every fuel system. No sensor errors, no seal damage. Now that you've seen the best mechanics swear by, it's time to uncover the worst additives you should steer clear of. Gum out Regan Standard version. It looks legit on the shelf, but this one barely scratches the surface. Gum out Regan's base formula promises injector cleaning, yet it's little more than solvents in a fancy bottle. No real carbon-busting power. You'll pour it in, run a tank, and see zero change. Rough idle lingers, hesitation persists, and those misfire codes won't budge. Mechanics and forum veterans call it a needle dip, good only for flushing your wallet. Skip the hype and the hype price. Upgrading to the high-mileage version helps a bit, but the standard Regan belongs in the same landfill as the rest of the shelf warmers. Next up, the so-called shop legend that's really just grease in disguise. Lucas Upper Cylinder Lubricant and Injector Cleaner. Don't let the shop legend tag fool you. Lucas's upper cylinder lubricant is closer to lightweight machine oil than a true cleaner. Instead of dissolving carbon, it sticks a thin film of grease where gunk should be removed, which can actually gum up modern high-pressure injectors and foul direct injection sensors. Sure, it offers temporary lubrication, but at the cost of clogged nozzles and rough stumbles down the road. Mechanics warn that it thickens fuel and leaves behind residue that only shows up once performance has already taken a hit. In short, it lubricates, but it doesn't clean, and that's a dangerous trade-off for today's precision fuel systems.